Welcome back to another video. This one is a special one that I know you're going to enjoy. I'm taking you from start to finish on a real client job.
That's really cool.
That was awesome.
Awesome job.
That's better than I could have imagined.
Let's do this. This is Ryan, Jared, and Jeff. Three brothers from California, lovers of hot sauce and creators of Camp Scoville. They recently reached out and have put their trust in me to create an epic ad for their range. Okay, so after receiving a shipment all the way from California, I was able to study the range and get some initial sparks ignited on what we could create. After a quick video call, the brief was clear. To create an ad in my style, inspired from one of my previous creations to help show off the flavour and heat from this range. Now comes the most creative part, getting those fresh ideas down on paper. What elements do we want to show, and how can I add a bit of my magic to the shots to help bring these jars to life? And this storyboard in its basic form is all I would need to get the job done. But as a treat to the client, I wanted to take this to the next level and show off exactly how this film could look. Now you do not need to go into this detail for a storyboard. I just like colouring in and creating those storyboards to a polished level, just because they're, to me, a bit of art. And actually, when I think about behind the scenes of films and stuff, they're the best bit to me. And I love seeing how the art can hold up against the finished piece. With a quick call to California, I presented my vision for the Camp Scoville film. Needless to say, they were pretty hyped on my vision. It's these additional touches that really help get your clients on board.
You're so creative. I mean, we gave you I don't know. I feel like we really didn't give you much to go with, and you made something that's amazing. Like this is awesome. It's so original. You know, just doing these storyboards is just makes you super unique. You know, and original. And I really love it. I think it adds to the entire experience of working with you, so I think it's cool.
So let's run through the shot list. So here we go, the finished storyboard in all its glory. First things first, I wanted this to be a looping film, so it starts where the film ends, which in this case is the logo. To get that hero look for each jar, we'll shoot down low on a wide angle lens. I also want there to be some animations happening on each label, such as fire movement, blinking, and anything else I can achieve in the time. As a cool transition to swap between the jars, I'm planning to make the bottles explode, and an element such as the baseball cap will fly off as it happens. Not sure how to do this yet, but we will tackle that in the edit. So with all four flavours having their part and having the heat intensity rising, I thought it'd be cool to almost treat this film as a game for the customer, such as, how hot can you handle? Next up is the range shot where we can get some human interaction, as the hero jar gets picked up, flicked open, and sprinkled on pizza and eggs. The fear or maybe excitement is shown in the customer's face as a pizza slice makes its way to their mouth. I might also try add in flames to the eyes here to represent the hotness as it's tasted. The jar gets placed back down and the camera pans back up to a logo reveal. So there's a couple of elements that I want to try which may not make it into the final film, but let's see what we can do. It's time to shoot. Okay, let's take a look at the setup. What a mess. Let's dive on in and explain what we got going on. We are shooting down low on the Canon 1DX with a wide angle lens set to 20mm. Our background is a grey pop-up backdrop, which is being lit from underneath by the Godox SL60W. Don't look at that clutter. Lighting at this angle creates a nice gradient to appear on the background grey, which lights up only a small part behind the product for separation. Our main key light is the Aperture 300D, and to soften the light, it's shooting through an octabox with a grid half on to stop the spill onto the background. On the opposite side to the key light is our kicker, which is the Aperture 60X. With the barn doors, we can control how much light we want to hit the product. And finally, we have an all-important white board, which is acting as a fill on the dark side of the jar. And this is the main setup for the whole film. But I had to get the lazy Susan in here somehow, so I used her for filming the eggs and pizza rotating from overhead. And all of this is filmed in one of the tightest of spaces. So I was planning on doing a editing breakdown of this film, but then I realized by the time I'd gone through it, it'll be an extra 20 minutes on this film, and I don't know if you want to watch that or not. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to make a editing breakdown film, and then we'll go into depth how I create this film. But for now, let's stop the talking and let's watch the final client film. Enjoy. Whoa, that was pretty cool if I do say so myself. Considering that was just 4 jars about this sort of size, filmed in my tiny kitchen, about 2.5 meters wide, this kitchen, in a very tight space. What we created there, I think, was pretty epic. The only thing I would like to have changed, if I could, would have been me not starring in the film. I wasn't supposed to be in the film. This wasn't like an ego trip or anything like that. I didn't want to be in the film. It's just at 11:30 at night, who am I gonna get round to be the star of the show? It's me. So it just goes to show, with your small space, a bit of good creative thinking, you can create something epic. Add to that the good sound effects and music, and let's talk about that now. For the music and sound effects, as this is a client job, I want it to be covered for them to use the video however they like on any platform without the risk of any copyright strikes. That is why for this project I have chosen to use Artlist. They're a high quality music platform that not only covers my personal YouTube videos, but they also cover commercial client work, all for one subscription fee. So maybe you're in a similar situation to me where you're creating content for clients and there's always that awkward moment where you have to tell the client it's an extra £100 to license the song they've chosen. It never goes down well, and that's where Artlist can really help you as a creator get around all those hurdles of adding those extra things to your invoices. Plus, not only do they do high quality music, they also do sound effects, which I've used throughout this film. And they also have a separate platform called Artgrid, which is for stock footage. Now, this is not just generic stock footage like you see on a lot of sites. This is artists actually with amazing cameras, a good eye for detail, capturing cinema looking quality, and it's all good for you to use in your personal and client projects as well. Now, you can check out down below in the description a link to either of these sites, and as a bonus, if you subscribe using the link, you will get 2 months added free to your subscription. So what are you waiting for? Check them out now. So I always like to do this at the end of an edit. It's compare it to where we started, you know, this initial list of ideas, which then get developed into an actual polished storyboard, which then gets turned into the final film. And if we were to play it back, frame by frame, with the actual film, you'll see we're very, very, very close to my initial thinking. We got all the ideas that I wanted to include, and it looks exactly as I wanted to. Now, I'm going to do a much bigger breakdown edit video if you guys want it. Just let me know down in the comments if you want to see that. And also, if you're up for seeing this video, it may be quite a long one, like 20 to 30 minutes if we go really in depth. Let me know down below what you'd like me to answer. Was there a certain part in the film, like how did he do that you would like answered? And I will try my best to include everyone's questions and answer them as best I can. It might be a big one, so it's for those that are really interested in the editing process. But yes, that is the end of the video, and my God, it felt like hard work, but it was epic. Thank you, Camp Scoville, for the hot seasoning. I can highly recommend them if you're into hotness and flavor. I've only managed to get to number 2 out of the 4 flavors. I've got one piece of advice: don't touch your eyes afterwards. Link in the description if you want to get yourself one of their packs or any of the individual flavors. Also in the description is also the link to Artlist and Artgrid. And if you use the links, remember, you get an additional 2 months added to your subscription. So for all your amazing work you're about to produce, why not consider Artlist? That is it for this video. Let's watch it back one more time. Like, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace!